Hey guys, welcome back. So today we are going to see Cloud Endure migration. So Cloud Endure, it is basically a tool from where we can migrate on-premise servers, physical servers, virtual servers from VMware, of course, and from any cloud to the AWS. So we can migrate a small number of servers, large number of servers, okay, as well as this tool going to be used for disaster recovery as well. So let's try. So log in into your AWS account and go to AWS Marketplace, Discover product, and let's type here Cloud Endure disaster. Okay, so we are going to use Cloud Endure disaster recovery to AWS. Just click on here and click to continue to subscribe. Okay, before that, let me tell you what we are going to do here. Okay, so I have written something here. Okay, so we are going to do this Cloud Endure demo in 9 steps. So step 0 will be signing up for Cloud Endure account. Step 1 will be preparing environment. Step 2, signing into Cloud Endure console. Step 3, project setup. Step 4, generating and using cloud credentials. Step 5, configuring replication settings. Step 6, installing the Cloud Endure agent on your source servers, source systems. Step 7 will be configuring the target machine blueprint. Step 8 will be testing. Okay, so these are the steps which we are going to do in this demo. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue to subscribe. So here you can see on subscription the hourly rate. So if you adding preparing your migrations, and once everything blueprint ready and replication is ready, then it will going to cost you hourly basis. So we can unsubscribe this once our demo get over. I will show you that is also how to unsubscribe. Okay, so let's go ahead and subscribe. It's asking email address, so let's have email address. Okay, set up the password. So now click on continue. So they send me confirmation email. So let's see that and click on the confirmation. So I have received the confirmation email and is asking me to please confirm your account request. So just click on this. Yes, now my account is activated. Now click on sign in to Cloud Endure. So I'm logged in into Cloud Endure. Now we can see the welcome screen. So our step 0 is completed, signing into Cloud Endure account. Now we need to start preparing environments. So if you are moving your on-premise or VMware environment, then ensure the Cloud Endure ports are enabled from your firewall. So the URL will be Cloud Endure. It will be console.cloudendure.com, and another you need to enable is a S3 bucket. So these two things you need to ensure that it is enabled if you are moving from VMware environment or on-premise environment. So firewall or on-prem or VMware. Okay, so let's start to the next step. which is preparing the environment. We can create multiple projects into Cloud Endure. So let's begin to set up a project. So you can see here the plus icon here. To click here, give the project name. So I am selecting demo migration. Okay, create a project. So once you create a project, it's given me pop-up the message stating that my AWS account which is not set up. So click on continue. Here is the option where you can add your AWS credential. So here let's see which. Okay, so here we need AWS access key ID and the secret access key. So let's go ahead and first create one IAM user and then take these keys. Let's go back to your AWS console, services, type IAM, create one user. What I need access key. So what I need access key ID and secret access key ID. So we are here, username. Okay, so let's go back and first create the policy and then add user into the policy. So policies. Go to JSON. Okay, so here on Cloud Endure, okay, see how these permissions. Click out here, copy this entire content, Control C, IAM JSON field, Control V, click on Review Policy. Do the policy name. Create a policy. Now my policy is created. Okay, now go to user and create a user. Cloud Endure user. Here we are going to use problematic access. So we'll get access key and the secret access key which is needed for Cloud Endure tool. Okay, now click on next to permission. Here we can use the policy, the existing policy which we created. Search here. Okay, this is the one. Select next. It's asking to tag, so we are not going to give any tag. Click on next and create a user. Click on create a user. Okay, so my user is created. I can download the CSV file or access key, secret access key. Here you can see. Okay, then close this window. So now go back to the Cloud Endure console. Okay, here on you can see setup and info. Here inside AWS credential. Here we we have our AWS access key ID and secret access key ID. So the one which with the file which downloaded CSV file, let's open that and add this key. So once you add access key and secret access key, there is a button, click on save. So this is saved. So let's go back and see what we done. We sign up for the Cloud Ender console account. We prepare the environment. Signing into Cloud Ender console is done. Project setup is done. Generating using cloud credential done. We created IAM user policies. Now we are on step 5 here, configuring replication settings. Okay, so we are here, setup info, replication setting. Here disaster recovery source and the target. So source will be your on-premise, your AWS, VMware, whatever you want to select, just go ahead and select. So let me tell you guys, this is here. If you are selecting here other infrastructures, that means you can migrate any non-cloud or any other cloud to AWS, but not AWS. Okay, so if you are going to migrate AWS from one region to another region, okay, then select AWS region. So for this demo, I'm going to do AWS. So let's create. To make this demo very quick, I have added my source location will be the North Virginia, and disaster recovery will be in US East Ohio. If we are using VMware environment, okay, so VMware 6.5 or 6.7, and from if we are migrating to AWS cloud, then there is an additional step where you need to install the vCenter Cloud Endure vCenter appliance, and you need to configure a few settings. So for that, how to do that? So simply click out here, go to documentation and find out Cloud Endure vCenter. Okay, and there is a step additional mention out there. Just perform that on your vCenter server and install those settings, the additional database, data store, and perform the same. So now you can see here it's showing project not fully set up. Okay, so we selected source and target. So I change my base location is Ohio, so I change here Ohio. So let's go down here. In default instance type, it's using T3. Just click here, and if you want to change, you can change whatever. There are n number of instance type where available. So for this demo, I'm keeping as in default. So the next will be the SSD data. So choose the default disk data. For if you have multiple servers and multiple disks, then use this option. Use slower and low cost data disk, and for faster version keep this one, use fast SSD data. And the next will be the subnet. So the default subnet where Cloud Endure created for your AWS migrations. Click here, you can see here. So I'm keeping this by default, it will use. Then the next will be the replication security group. So in this security group, the by default ports which need to be open on your firewall, your AWS security group, it will open that. So I am going to keep the default Cloud Endure security group. If you are using VPN or AWS Direct Connect on your private IP, then select these options. Otherwise go down. So I'm not using Direct Connect and Cloud Endure. So here one more, if you are enabling encryption, so for migration from on-premise to AWS cloud, or from any other cloud to AWS cloud. If you want to encrypt your data while in migration, so they'll use ABS encryptions method. So if you want to enable that, then you may select this. But remember, guys, if you are selecting this option, then your data migration will be slower. It will not go fast, because it will go, do the encryption and then it will migrate the data. So the process will be slow compared to the other migrations. So if you have your VPN or direct connect, so you can click this box, click on disable public IP and use the URL which you are going to use as an proxy and the port number for the migrations. Okay, so let it be this. Then the staging area, it will manage your all resource cloud endure for the replication, subnet and everything. So let it be as it is. I'm not going to use that for the demo, but if you are going to use, then please use. Okay, then network bandwidth routing, so let it be disabled. And now I'm going to click on save replication settings. So finally our project is set up and the replication settings also done. So click on show me how. Here it is. You got the token. So now you got a token, you need to install the agent on the source machine. Okay, so let's do that. So where we are now, let's see here. Project setup done, replication setting is completed, done. Now we are on step 6, installing Cloud Endure agents. Okay, so go back and log into your source machine. So guys, this is my Windows server which I am going to migrate from my one AWS region to another. Okay, so I have this server. Okay, so now see the installation process. Okay, so if you are using Linux machine, then you need to download the Cloud Installer agent. So run this command, and this is the command to install the agent. And for Windows, you need to download the Windows agent and run this command for the installation. So what you need to do, simply copy this URL and open on your source location and download the agent and do the installation. So I have downloaded the agent, I copied the command which I shown you. Here is the command, and now go ahead and hit it, enter. You can see the installation is completed successfully. Please enter to close. So now let's enter and go back to the Cloud Endure console. So here you guys can see my machines, the agent. After agent installation, I can see my machines will be here, and the machine is not yet ready. The firewall rules the agent, the Cloud Endure is creating the firewall rules in target location. Now you can see the status is changing. Now it's came to resolving Cloud Endure Service Manager. So it will take some time to make this machine ready position. So let's wait for some time. So now it's downloading the Cloud Endure replication settings. Meanwhile, let me show you guys which server I'm going to manage. So I have two servers. One is my ADS server, which I'm going to migrate from my Ohio location to Virginia locations, and the instance type is T3 large. This is my Active Directory plus SQL server, and this is my web server. So I'm not touching this. So I'm going to migrate this ADS 01. Okay, so let's see. Okay, now it is creating a staging disk. So guys, it will take some time, so I'm keeping on hold. So we'll resume once this is ready for next steps. So what we done so far? Okay, so we installation done for the agent. Now what's the pending? The pending is configuring the blueprint. Okay, so let's do that. Okay. Now it started the replication. So the hard disk is not that much big. It is 30 GB hard disk. Well, let's see how much time it's going to take. So the data replication is going on and the ETA will be 22 minutes. Okay, good. So let's keep on wait. So it's taking time. So guys, note down this here. The status it's showing not ready out. Total days replication data ETA. So the status is not ready. So what we'll see post all the replication complete, and it will show as ready for testing. Okay, so let's wait for that step. So in meanwhile, if you want to check how we can check the licenses are being used, so go to dashboard, go down. Okay, here you can see 10,000 license allocated, one use, and it's going to expire on so much time, 2099. Okay, so 10,000 license are free, guys. You can use. Earlier it was having cost, but now it is free. So try as many practice if you want to do and become expert on Cloud India. This is a very good tool for all types of migration into AWS cloud. So as I said earlier, for VMware and on-premise migration and VMware to AWS cloud migration, there is an additional step where you need to perform. So I'm going to add the link for that document in the description box, so you can follow that. Many of you may have question also, what's the communication ports are going to use for Cloud India and your AWS account for the staging area, the communication. So the communication is happening on port 443 and port 1500 for your Cloud India and your AWS account for the staging. Okay, now machine is ready for testing. You can see on the screen it's ready for testing. So okay, so now here you can see the status option, and here are 4 symbols. Okay, so the first symbols indicate that data replication is stalled, it's not happening. The next thing, the flag. Okay, the flag is showing we never tested the replications. The next icon, it's showing target can be launched. Yes, definitely we can try this. And okay, the last and fourth option, it is showing when the color is purple, that means the machine is launched on the target. Okay, so now where we are, so we created the agents. Now we need to create the blueprint. Okay, so to create the blueprint, simply click on the machine and go to the blueprint option. Okay, and here is the blueprint options which we are going to see now. Okay, so let's try this. So here we can see here machine type. If you drop down here, it will give you the machine type which we want to on the target location. If you keep copy source, so the AWS will give you the appropriate machine instance, machine type on the target location. Or if you have already a good instance type on the source, it will copy as it is. Okay, then machine launch type. So launch type, it will show you on demand instance, your dedicated instance or dedicated host which you want on. So let's skip, is it on demand? For subnet, copy original subnet or create new subnet. So I'm going to copy origin. Security group, I want the same. The private IP, go down. So I kept private IP as it is, which is my the current. The elastic IP, if you want elastic, if you have elastic IP, you can select this option. If you not have elastic IP, then you can generate the public IP address here. Okay, and if you selected elastic IP address, then this option will hide out. Okay, then the placement group, if you have any placement group, let add here. So I not have and rule. Okay, go down. Tag the machine. If you have multiple machines, just click here and give the tagging on different machines to easily identify on the target location. So initial target instance state, here it is. So after replication done, migration done, so how you want your target source machine to be started or stopped. So I want started, so let it be started. So some people want to do some testing, so you can choose whatever options you want. So the next will be this. You can select the disk, so you can select standard, SSD, copy origin. So I'm keeping provision SSD. Go down. Yeah, so we finished. Now we are going to save a blueprint. Click on save blueprint. My blueprint is saved. Okay, now what to do next? Let's see our steps. Okay, blueprint is done. Now we need to test the target machine. Okay, so for test the target machine, to go to the machines, here is the option launch target machines. So select here, click on here. Here it will give you two options. One is test mode, another is recovery mode. Okay, so let's see the test mode. So the test mode is saying when target machine is launched in test mode, the source machine is marked as having been tested on this date and time. Okay, so let me tell you the real-time scenario. I'm using this tool almost 2 years now, and basically whenever we have the production migration, okay, so before 1 week, at least 1 week, we are keeping this machine in test mode. Okay, so for data replication, testing, and everything. So ideally, I will also suggest you to keep at least 1 week the machine in test mode for testing the replications for each and every changes on the servers. For starting test mode, okay, you guys need to ensure this icon is visible. Okay, so yeah, it's visible. So click on, select the machine which you want to replicate, click on test mode, click on next. Okay, here is the recovery points. Okay, so as I told you earlier, this can be used is in disaster recovery systems process also. So I'm going to select the latest recovery point, means whenever my machine is gets down, I will get the latest server. Okay, so click on continue to launch. Okay, now you can see this option, target machine is being launched, see job progress for details. Okay, so there is the option job progress. So started latest snapshot. Okay, So let's wait for some time. Okay, so now guys, you can see the additional icon. Okay, what is this saying? Target launch, click for details. Okay, so that means our job is completed. You can see here how much time it started at 5:10 p.m. Okay, so within 1 and 2 minutes almost my machine is ready. Okay, so these symbols are very much important guys for understand quickly what's happening. Okay, so now this symbol shows you my target can be launched and it's ready. Okay, so let's do this. So guys, you can see now here I can see the additional green color. Previously it was not there. Okay, and it's showing tested recently, which we just did. Okay, now let's do it. Okay, see, this is my source, this is my target. Okay, my target is running, source is running, and this is in test mode. Okay, so let me show you how it is. Okay, so this is my source location, Ohio. Destination location. This is C2. Okay, so this is my ADS. Okay, the server which we recently done in test mode. So both where it is running on different IP address. Okay, don't we get confused. Okay, so it is in test mode. And what else I can show you now? So our steps is okay. This is completed, done. Okay, one more thing we can do here. Okay, let me show you. No one will tell you this. Okay, as I am working 2 years for the same product. Okay, now we are here. Let's do the failover. Okay, so as I told you, we can use this as an recovery option also. Okay, so let's do the failover. So let's add here one more point. Testing. Okay, so let's try this. Okay, select your machine. Okay, click on the recovery mode. The message will pops out for the recovery confirmation. Click on next. It will ask you which recovery point you want to recover your server. Okay, so I will choose latest. Okay, so you may choose the different options out here. So sometimes some malicious virus attack on your environment, your servers got infected, or some other issues. So if you want to recover from any other snapshots, you may use that. Okay, so I'm using the latest for the testing. You may use whichever applicable for you. Okay, so click on continue to launch. Okay, now you can see in job progress is started. Close this. Click on job progress. Okay, it is started. It's not started. Give some time. So our recovery is still in process. Okay, you can see here started and taking the latest snapshot. Okay, let's wait for some time. Okay guys, so the job is finished. So okay, so now in machines, check the status is changed now. It is failed over. Okay, so this is that means your disaster recovery replication has been completed. Okay, so what's next? Okay, so what next? Once this is done, your you get the latest snapshot, latest machine. Then you need to inform your network team to change the traffic from your primary site to your disaster site, disaster recovery site. Or if you know how to do that, go ahead and do, and make your DR site is up and make as a primary. Okay, so this is how the cloud endure migration and the replications were happening. So let explore the options out here. Okay, in dashboard you can see the ready machines, the license count. In the machines you can see the actual migrations you want to do, the machines for the recovery machines. You may create the recovery plans also, just like test and recovery mode. In job progress you can see all the jobs progress whichever happened in past. In event log you can see all the events. Here is the setup and info. Here you can see the license type, the license use. In this option we seen how to set up AWS credential. In this option we set up the replication setting on premise to AWS cloud, or from AWS cloud from one region to another region. In other setting you can also select the email notification, give your email address, and for email communication. Okay, so guys, this is my email address. If you want if you have any question, or if you want any other videos would like to demo purpose, then keep email me, send me emails on this email address. And if you still not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe. That's it for this week. We'll see you on next week. Bye bye.